the education of art. And we got an opportunity to spend some time with her at the Art Center Sarasota. We're going to take a look and see exactly what went on there.
For coming. The Art Center Sarasota appreciates the crowd. This is our annual member exhibition, okay? And everybody in here is a member of the Art Center. The show is called Show Us What You've Got. And indeed, they did. 245 art pieces were submitted for the jury. That's a lot of art, 245 pieces. This show was curated by my friend, Alma Vega.
You weren't competing, but you are definitely the lady of the night. How does it feel, Miss Ross?
Well, it's always fun to be here at Art Center Sarasota because I'm a volunteer. So when you get all of this crowd and I'm chairman of the exhibitions committee, it means that what we're doing in exhibitions is a good job.
This is George and Janet Miles. And they actually are from Pittsburgh, but they have a home here in Sarasota. Now, what did you guys think of the art show tonight?
This is terrific. This is my first time in the Art Center, and this is what I love about Sarasota. He's got these little things out there you just find like this is like jewel here. And in fact, I'm going to go out here and sign up and become a member of the Art Center because I think this is what makes Sarasota so very special.
And if I remember, Gail, in February they have a whole show with the black artists that lives other places, like on the venue and all around, that this is their winter home, and they come and they have an exhibit here, and it's just fabulous.
It is the little giant or the little choo-choo that could.
Okay.
Help me.
Okay. Yeah. Now, and the address where we are right now is 707 North Tamiami Trail. And we're right at the corner of the Boulevard of the Arts. Let's talk a little bit about the art.
Okay.
Because I want your paintings. Now, there are two different types of mediums that you are famous for. Mm-hmm. And what are those two?
The abstract and the figurative.
Okay. The figurative, would that be a sculpture?
The figurative is more traditional face, body, portrait,
okay.
And figure.
Okay.
And the abstract, which came later for me, is more bold brushstroke color, but I often do a lot of black and white. One day my boss called me in and said that the big boss wanted to see me regarding portrait. So I went to the office of the owner of this hotel, and I noticed that the painting was turned to the wall. That's not a good sign, okay? And he said to me, basically, don't give up your day job, but I'd be glad to pay for some drawing lessons for you if you need them. And I said, no, I'm finishing school. And he said, well, what can I tell you, but you don't have a snowball's chance in hell of making it in this business.
Really?
Yes. Well, at first I was completely devastated, and I thought, well, I'll never paint again. And as I left, and by the way, he said I could take the portrait with me, I could probably use the canvas again.
So he was
He was adamant.
Yeah.
There was a lesson. Now, one, the staff felt bad and told me, obviously, I'm keeping the money. But the reason he didn't like the portrait was they gave me 5 images of the man. I never met him before. And the 5 images, one was a profile. He hated his nose. The other thing is he had had a stroke. And then the image where the face came forward, I made a point of thinking that that side of his mouth that went down from the stroke, I thought was just a quirk. So I probably exaggerated it. He didn't like something else, like, he had begun to age. He didn't like, in other words, I was very, very good at what I did, but what I did was I demonstrated to him all the flaws about himself he hated.
Okay.
So as I went on to do portraits, I learned that the most important part of doing a portrait was the interview with the person whose portrait you're going to do.
Okay, right.
At least enough to know what he thinks or she thinks of herself. So it was a really good lesson.
We could sit here and talk all night long, but I have to remember that this is on the town with Lorenzo also, not just here with Gail.
No, this is true.
So I want to give everybody an opportunity to see what it was like when I got a chance to check out the SRQ party here in downtown Sarasota at the Opera House for the very